do I look weird? I feel like I look weird.
You're gonna change your shirt? Yeah. For real?
Yeah. No. Switch me sides. I just look weird. I don't know why. I want to wear a mask.
Today we're going to do a Q&A / life update. I feel like a lot of people...
I found a clue, Ella.
This is also going to be the vibe of the video because the baby is asleep and the girls are playing outside.
I found a clue.
They found a clue.
We don't have nannies and people to watch our kids, so this is what it's going to be like the whole video. They're probably going to come.
All right,
like,
switch me
every
sides.
3
I'm not
minutes.
asking. Switch me sides, please.
No, I'm not. This is my good side. Like looking at you this way, that is my good side. So I can't, unfortunately, or else I'm gonna have a mental health crisis.
I'm having a mental health crisis currently. Something's wrong with my face.
No, there's not.
Something's wrong.
I think it's wrong.
Something's different. I woke up different today.
Guys, hype Ben up in the comments.
No, please
Tell
don't.
him that he looks
No, I don't
so
need that.
beautiful. You look so beautiful, honey.
Thanks.
All right, well, we're gonna do like a life update / Q&A because I feel like it's just been a while. So we'll just like dive into the questions first.
My arms are numb.
I'm briefly stopping our Q&A to talk about this new Mom Cozy Air 1 breast pump. Guys, this is a full breast pump and it's charging right now in this case. I will say Mom Cozy has played a huge role in this pregnancy and postpartum for me. I love all of their products. I am actually wearing like one of the Mom Cozy nursing bras right now. I slept with the Mom Cozy like body pillow my entire pregnancy and I pretty much have only used Mom Cozy breast pumps for my entire breastfeeding journey and I love them. I truly love them. I cannot say enough good things about them. They just came out with this new Air 1 Ultra Slim breast pump. And again, it is fully in here and it is very discreet and you can put it under your clothes and it's not big and bulky underneath your clothes. When you open it up, this is what it looks like. They're very cute and pink. You know I love that. They are actually charging in this case right now. I don't know if you heard that click. But these are the little chargers right here and then you can charge the case. Look how thin and discreet these are. You can pop off the motor just like this and you can pour out the milk. And when it comes to discreet and small portable breast pumps, I always wonder how much milk can you actually get in these if they're super small, you know? And you can actually get 6 ounces of milk in each one of these, so 12 ounces altogether. I'm actually about to pump in just a second because I'm going to go leave and I'm going to do some work, and so I'm going to leave Ben with some milk before I go. This is the thinnest portable pump on the market. I'm actually gonna put it on to show you guys. So this is what it looks like right now. I just have like a normal nursing bra underneath. This is what it looks like with the pumps on, which in my opinion does not look very different. If you are in the workplace or if you pump somewhere where you want it to be super discreet, this is the way to go. I love how I can take these anywhere and I can keep them charged anywhere by keeping this case on me. But this has very quick nipple alignment. It's very easy to navigate with easy monitoring as well because you can connect these to the app and you can see how much milk that you are pumping. The seller here for me is there only 5 parts to clean. I refuse to pump with a pump that has 87 parts that I have to take apart and clean. I will not do it. I love that Mom Cozy keeps it simple. And with this pump, the Air 1, there's only 5 parts to clean. We love that. I just finished pumping. So I'm gonna pour it out and I'm gonna make her a bottle. It's so weird how your milk regulates like the older your baby gets because at first you get so much milk and then afterward it's like regulated, you know? There we go. Now the other one. Okay, so all together I got like 4.5 ounces. Now we are good to go. So yeah, make sure you guys click the link down below and shop the new Air 1 Mom Cozy breast pump. So the first thing we're gonna cover is the basement. The first question is, when is the basement being finished? And if you watched our last video, it has all of the information about our basement and what it's going to look like, how many extra bedrooms, all of that stuff. But we'll quickly go over it just in case you missed that video.
Friday they'll start. We'll go into contract with the contractors, and then 4 to 6 weeks from Friday it should be done.
So when is that? May? Mid-May?
Mid-May. Should be done mid-May.
Hopefully by mid-May, like
latest
really, like
June.
everything goes smoothly and we have everything that we need. There's lots of stuff that we need to do beforehand. The basement is empty. There's nothing in it anymore except for the carpet that we rolled out. But we need to pick out just our wall color, our carpet,
paint, trim, tile,
all of that. Like that's just the stuff that we have to do now. But other than that, everything is ready to go, and we are gonna have 2 extra bedrooms, an extra bathroom, and a large living area. So we will have gone from a 3-bedroom house to a 5-bedroom house. Like this is a big deal. It is a really big deal. Going from 3 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms, from a 2.5 bath to a 3.5 bath. Like this is, we're stepping it up here with our house. So I'm really excited. The kids were looking through Pinterest yesterday, looking at different
Oh, I know. I feel
like themes.
I'm gonna have my work cut out for me.
For their rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to like redo their rooms and to give them each what they want because they're each going to have their own rooms.
And then we also have like an office renovation because I'm gonna now have my computer and my work stuff up in the office with yours.
Yeah.
Which means we need to completely revamp the office to give you enough space for homeschooling and also have enough space for my stuff.
Basically like
better
office
organization
/ schoolroom. So we are gonna redo that. Yeah, I feel like
that's gonna be a lot. But I also feel like
this summer to fall is going to be like home renovation central. We're basically like redoing our entire home.
Yeah, it's going to be busy because we're going to have sports and then we're going to have that. So it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, I'm really excited though. It gives us something to look forward to, and I feel like that's like what the rest of the year is going to look like for us. So I did see a few questions like, since we are finishing our basement, does that mean this, like, what does that mean for moving? What does that mean for like the future of this house? And like, what does our future look like as far as buying another house, rental properties, moving to another state?
I think if anything, this is like kind of like locking us in here for a little bit longer.
I think so
But
too.
I also think that buying another house that has a little bit more like property around it, like on a little bit more land, will never be out of the question. But then again, I don't know if we would ever sell the house because
This house.
we have such a good like interest rate on it, and we got it at such a good time that if anything, we would probably just move and then use this as like a rental property or do something else that would kind of be more of a like investment to our future.
Yeah, I agree. To answer the question, I don't see this home as our forever home.
No.
I don't.
As a family, we would all have a great life in this home.
Exactly.
Does that make
That's how
sense?
I
Like,
feel about it,
ideally,
too.
if we can move and get a bigger house or like exactly what we want, we can.
You would, yeah.
But we're also totally happy staying here. It kind of just depends on what life gives
brings.
us.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel too. We're on the same page about that. And as far as like moving different states, when I was way younger, 3 years ago, I was just, I don't know, I really valued the things I had over the people around me. Like it was more like, oh, I would rather live in a warm state. I would rather do all of this stuff than like have my family around me, which is a little bit different now. I'm like, I think I'd rather have like my parents and my siblings around me rather than just like packing up and moving to a different state. Now, if we could move everybody,
so
I would.
nice. I know. If we could snap a finger, just relocate, I would 100%
Yeah.
would.
I would. So either all my family moves with me or we get like a secondary property somewhere else. I think that's the only way. I don't think that we would move full time, like pack up and move our entire life without, like full time without my family involved.
Unless like they would move with us.
Right, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm. Are you guys done having babies?
That's your question.
I don't know. I think so. I
so.
really actually think so. Like as much as we like joke here and there about it, I really like when I think long and hard about it, I really do think that
I
we're done.
We can comfortably live and give all of our kids right now a great life with how it is. And it's just so many logistics when it comes to, will we outgrow a car? Will we, somebody's going to have to share a room. And then that would put a lot more pressure on us having to like move houses.
I think I'm at capacity.
Yeah.
Like when I think down to like homeschooling all the kids, I think about what's important to me. Like what is important to me? A relationship with my children is important to me. Homeschooling is important to me. My own sanity is important to me. 4 kids makes sense, and I'm very happy with 4 kids. This has nothing to do with wanting a certain gender or anything like that. Like,
absolutely not. No.
We're not gonna have it. And if we do have another kid, it would be because we want another child, not because we want like a different gender. I will say, like, there is part of me that is like, if we did end up having a 5th, I would not be surprised by that. I would not be like, oh my gosh. If you told me in 5 years we would have 5 kids, I'd be like,
okay.
No, like I can see that happening. But right now in this moment, I do feel like we are done. And I said that with Addie, but I feel like these are 2 different situations. With Addie, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing that again. It was a horrible pregnancy. It was a really hard birth. She was a really hard baby. And because of those reasons, I was done. There's different reasons this time that I feel like I'm complete. And it's
just like, we don't want to like continue to bring people, like children into this world that we, like you said, our goal is to give them the best childhood as possible.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that comfortably and be able to spend time with them and give them each quality time. And I feel like with every single kid that you add, that time just goes down and down and down, because no matter how good of a parent you can or thrive to be,
We all have 24 hours in a day,
we all have 24
you know?
hours in a day, and 8 of them is sleeping.
So that's how I feel. And again, if somebody said, "Oh, in 5 years you have 5 kids," I'd be like.
And the problem is, it's like
I think maybe
we started having kids young, and like we kind of want to keep them all close together. So it's like we have to make a decision where it's like, okay, 5 years from now, are we going to bite ourselves for not having another kid? But we don't want to wait 5 years to have another kid.
Yeah.
So it's.
I don't know. How is your relationship, like you and I, after having kids?
I mean, we've just had kids during our relationship.
I know, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like we never had like, we talk about it all the time. Like when we're watching like these little like reality TV shows or whatever, like the love shows, and I'm like, we never had that.
No.
Like, we never just like went to Cancun, just you and I. Like, we don't have that. We never like went out on dates, just you and I. Like, and when we did, we were 18 years old, like 17, 18. Like that's not the same thing as like having money and a career where you could like go and like splurge on a nice dinner or go out to drink. Like we don't go out to drink. We didn't do anything, which I'm not saying I want to do any of that because none of that is appealing to me, but that's just been our relationship, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, so it is kind of hard to compare like before and after kids because there really was no like adult relationship marriage before we had kids. Now, I will say like I do remember us having like a turning point in our marriage where it was like, oh my gosh, like it went from, I feel like we went quickly from like summer love to like, oh, this is really stressful and like I'm really stressed out and like this isn't fun anymore. Like I'm really, when we got pregnant in the first year of marriage, like it was really hard. And then I remember the moment that I felt like, oh, this is fun again. Like I feel like our
100%.
marriage like we came back together and it was really, really fun and I was really enjoying everything again. It was just like, oh, then you take a breath and actually we know each other now and we're married and I'm having fun.
We have our
Do you remember
feet
when
under
that was?
us.
You know when that was.
When we watched the Marvels?
Yes, it was. It was like when I was pregnant with Addie.
So this is a note to all the ladies out here watching and men that are watching. If you're a guy that likes Marvel, or if you're a girl that likes Marvel and your significant other isn't like the biggest fan,
just start
watching it. Google it. Look up how to watch it in chronological order.
Yeah.
Start watching it. Make it a date night. Do it like 1 to 2
order
times.
Order some food.
Yep, 1 to 2 times every week. If you have kids, that's fine. Just wait for them to go to bed, and then order in food. Watch the movies. And it was like
so fun.
28, 29, almost 30 dates if you watch all the movies. And then you get into the plot lines and you can like watch YouTube videos of like all the things you missed of the movie afterwards. And like you can like kind of put together this plot line. It was a blast.
It was really fun.
We need to do it again.
Yeah, it was really fun. And I feel like, I don't know, it's like sometimes marriage can be hard and like living with somebody can be hard and it just doesn't feel like giddy and fun anymore like dating felt. And I remember being just like so excited for our date nights every single night and like so excited to watch these movies, so excited to like talk about it, and we would just be like so involved with what happened. And
we would like go do fun things with the kids like early in the day, so we could like, okay, we'll put them down a little early tonight because they'll be tired, so that we can have
So I remember that, and then I feel like ever since then, like we've been on a different level of like marriage and like connecting after
like that. We still do that, but it's more of like with TV shows. Like we'll save a reunion or whatever it is.
Yeah. The next one is, what was the hardest transition? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or 3 to 4?
2 to 3.
2 to 3 was very hard.
2 to 3.
And whenever people ask me that, I really attribute that to the age of the kids.
100%.
Because when Addie was brought into this world, not only was she a hard baby, but all of the kids were very young.
Yeah.
We had a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and then a newborn. So it was just very hard, and Addie was a very hard baby. So that first year of Addie's life, it was very difficult. So 2 to 3 was definitely the hardest.
Like if we had like a 6-year-old, I'm sure it would be a lot different.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 has been
pretty easy.
I want to say 3 to 4 has been No, 1 to 2 was the easiest.
1 to 2 was easiest, but I feel like 3 to 4 has been the second easiest transition.
I think so too.
Rather than having your first child or 2 to 3.
No, it was like when it was 1 to 2 was the easiest, and then 3 to 4 was pretty close there. 0 to 1, and then 2 to 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Is how I would rank it. Do you have tea on your old landlords now that you're long out of there?
No, we can't do that.
You don't think so?
No. We need to hit 7 years statute of limitation.
I feel like we could share a little bit.
We could share a little bit. We just can't name drop them.
No, we're not going to name drop them, but we can definitely share. Because I feel like they're long removed. I don't think they're watching our stuff anymore. All right, our camera keeps overheating. This is so odd. Okay, wait.
It's like, you guys don't do a Q&A.
See on our old landlords.
Okay, we can like kind of give a little additional information, but we just don't want to name drop them because they threatened to sue us if we did.
One thing that I
Which
feel
is
like I didn't
also,
say-
it wasn't the fact that like they would win the lawsuit. It was just more the fact that we were like, okay, this isn't worth the
Right,
time
the
and
time.
effort to do it because we know that everything. I have, like I said, I have a bunch of paperwork still in a folder in the office of their brand name, waiting for the day to come, so I can just.
Okay, so first of all, the rat situation was first. If you haven't been around, we had mice. Literally, we found them a week or two after we had moved in because we still had our old apartment that we went back to. Okay,
Yeah.
we lived on a second floor apartment. There were no mice in our apartment.
In our old apartment, we moved into a townhome. The townhome had mice, so we
Yes.
were in a second floor apartment. We moved in. We found mice a week or two later. And then whenever we brought it up to the people, they were like, oh, well, you guys must have brought the mice in. And I said, that's impossible. We live in a second-story apartment.
We barely had any things.
I even went and talked to the people, and I was like, have you guys ever had mice anywhere near these buildings? And they said, no, we've never had that. They even did like a search of our apartment, found nothing. We went back and told them that. And they were like, no, like that's not the case.
The other thing is like, we didn't like pack up our stuff and leave it in the truck.
No.
You remember they were like, they must have like gotten in the truck.
Yep.
No, we literally packed up the stuff
And
in
moved
the U-Haul and then moved it and unpacked it. Like there wasn't a point where it was sitting
We had
there.
all this in recording. We had raw footage of everything. We had
Yeah.
timestamps on everything. We had communications with them, everything. But it all boiled down to the fact that they thought that we brought the mice in. And that wasn't even the biggest issue in my eyes. The biggest issue was the fact that they thought that everything was totally fine, that that it was not inhabitable or a hazard because there was mice in there. How old was Ella? 6 months old?
No, Ella was like...
No, she was old.
She was about 1.5 years when we moved in. We went in to go talk to them about the situation. We're like, we can't be here. We need an exterminator out here. There are mice everywhere. We have mouse poop everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then they told us the lady at the front desk was like, well, I have mice at my house and I have toddlers and it's fine. Just as long as they don't eat the poop.
And I was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Stop your 1-year-old from preventing them to put anything in their mouth.
Like, that's crazy.
Especially when it's just like sitting on your floor and everything like that. And it was just like insane. This lady was saying that it's totally fine as long as they don't eat the poop. Like, I get that there's some studies that like, oh, some mice don't have diseases. Are you really going to risk that? How is that not a risk? Especially when we're moving into this apartment that's brand new. Anyway, so that was the biggest thing. The biggest thing was they thought it was safe. We didn't think it was safe. It was a bunch of arguing back and forth. And we were like, this is ridiculous. This is like, I don't even understand how this can be like a possibility, blah, blah, blah. And I forgot exactly what they were arguing, but that's essentially what it was. And
just that we didn't need to be like rehomed or like compensated and like through
which
our
I think
insurance,
is just ridiculous.
They didn't think it was a big deal.
That's the part of like investments or like rental properties that like I just don't like at all. I feel like when it comes to like people get so hyper fixated on money that they don't realize that these are actually like families living in this. Like yes, like I don't understand. Like if you have a mice problem, fix the mice problem. Like it's really not that big of a deal. Anyways, further down the line, we get a piece of mail from the previous people that lived there. You found them on Facebook.
Oh, I looked them up.
You found them on Facebook and we're like, hey, we have a piece of mail of you, blah, blah, blah. They came by and picked it up. And we were like,
by the
way, when we moved in here, we had like a mice problem as soon as we moved in. And then they were saying, oh yeah, we had mice problems when we were tenants there. Come to find out, they chewed through the gas line. There was a huge gas leak. There had been previous things of mice, and we knew that because when we were going through the townhome stuff, there was like mouse traps and stuff there. So I'm like, so how are you saying that we brought the mice into this townhome when you already have mice preventative things in the house?
Yeah.
So anyways, that was the big
crazy.
thing. It was
we were like, oh wow,
thing.
Okay, so they were trying to blame it on us.
But then karma got to them because the fridge that they gave us flooded all over everything, and then we got to go sit in a hotel because their fridge broke on us. So anyways, it's chaos. It was a big mess, and we were like, this is ridiculous.
We made sure we got footage of the fridge just like flooding everywhere because
I have it saved in my phone because I'm like, they're gonna come back and be like,
this is our fault.
You guys caused this flood.
That's a bracelet, yeah.
They're like, you guys caused this flood. So but they didn't argue that at all. But anyways, it was just a giant S show. So.
And we also had to move hotels like 3 times.
Well, yeah, because they kept giving us small hotels. I'm like, we have a large family. You want us to fit into a 1-bedroom house with no stove?
Yeah.
Are you going to pay for our food?
Yeah. No, that was a lot.
Oh,
that was a lot. And then every time
so
we
glad
went
that's
back
over.
to the townhome to see if it was finished. Like, nothing was finished. They never cleaned it afterwards. So there was, like, sawdust and, like, nasty layers of dust.
Anyway, so that's kind of the end of that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot that I'm forgetting.
I guess when it came to, like, the lawsuit portion of it, we were saying that we were, like, we didn't know what to do at that point. And I feel like we were young and dumb. And I feel like we did, like, maybe made a mistake. And we were like, well, we're going to, like, post and like make people aware of this because we knew we were out, but we also wanted to like make it known that like, hey guys, if you ever want to move in here, be fully aware that there's a mouse problem here.
Yeah.
Understand what you're understand what you're moving into, because we didn't want to have anybody else be in the situation we were in with little kids or a family where something like that happened again.
Do you remember they also were wanting to replace our fridge with like a really tiny like
with one that didn't have a water filter.
Yes, or like no water, no ice, no nothing. That's what they wanted to replace it as. Like there was so many details that I'm honestly forgetting at this point. But
it's a whole that could be a whole video in itself, just dealing with that company.
And like the actual manager, he would would not talk to us about all of this stuff. So it was just like it was constantly our problem, and we caused these issues. They never wanted to fix anything at all. They just gave us like the runaround to like get basic things met.
Yep,
and
I remember
when we had video footage of everything, it was still like our fault. Mm-hmm. Wild.
Yeah, so that was that anyways, but
they're just like a very shady company in my opinion.
It seemed like it just didn't see it did seem like they weren't, and it wasn't like we weren't dealing with the homeowner directly. We were dealing with a company that was managing the property on behalf of the homeowner. So
I even forget what it was called. I remember the girl's name that we worked with.
I know everything. I know the girl's name, I know their company, I know their EIN, I know everything. I got it. It's burned into my head.
I forgot.
So if you're watching this,
crazy.
We'll be talking about it.
No, don't say that. The next one is any Disney World / land plans in the future. I finally got Ben to go to Disney World.
Did.
I'm so excited. We are actually leaving in 10 days from when this is being filmed.
We're leaving in 10 days, and I'm actually kind of excited for it.
Well, we are leaving in 10 days for Disney World. I'm so excited. I have the kids' outfits planned out. We're doing 2 days. We're going to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and I'm so excited. I'm excited. We're gonna film it.
And it's the whole family's coming to your whole family.
Mm-hmm. What are some short-term goals that you have? I liked this one because I was like, I feel like we all have long-term goals, but what are some short-term goals? I feel like we have completed a few of our short-term goals. Honestly, we have 2 paid-off cars. That was a short-term goal.
We don't have any debt. Well, now we do.
Yeah, because of the basement.
But we're gonna pay that off.
That's probably a short-term goal. I mean, to like pay off. I have
some business goals in regards to like the future of the kids and us that I haven't even told you about that I think would be really good.
What? Paying off the basement stuff.
Yeah,
finishing the kids, finishing the house,
100%.
Making the house feel complete. That's a short-term goal.
Renovating the rooms how we want them and like making it feel like a home. Well, it already feels like a home, but utilizing space better.
Yeah. Is Ben getting his vasectomy still?
Yeah. Ugh. I want to do it.
Did you see what Jason Kelsey said about that?
No, I didn't.
He was like, basically saying he doesn't want anybody messing with his nethers down there.
I get that. But then again, I also think about it from like a perspective of you having to do it is like a million times worse.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I know that it's going to be done, but honestly, there's 2 things. One is, I don't know the time frame. Here's my thing with a vasectomy. When I get a vasectomy, I'm not getting it reversed.
Right.
Because that instantly goes from getting stabbed 1 time down there to getting stabbed 3 times down there. Because then you have to get the initial vasectomy, then you have to get it undone, and then you have to re-get it done.
Okay, yeah.
So whenever it's done, it needs to be for sure no more kids done. We're good. Mm-hmm. And then number 2 is I just need to have the willpower to get stabbed down there.
Okay, well.
But I know it needs to be done because you getting your tube ties or whatever is not going to happen.
No, I definitely don't want to get my tubes tied.
Yeah, you've been through enough. And mine's reversible.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird though.
You want to do that?
Shooting blanks. It's going to be kind of weird.
Don't say that. Honestly, I'm really curious, what happens.
One of my friends I was playing video games with, literally said, he thought that once it's done, nothing comes out. And I was like, that's not how that works.
Do you know what happens?
Yeah, I've looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be prepared for your surgeries. Of course, I've looked at it. And nothing changes, like, the only thing that changes is, like, the...
All right. Well, I feel like that should be all for today, folks.
Anyways, this was fun. I feel like we should do more Q&As more often. This was fun.
I feel like we always answer the same questions.
That's true.
I just feel like we always answer the same questions, but...
So it's good to be, like, more sporadic with them.
Yeah, just, like...
Updates kind of thing.
So, anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all the socials down below, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye, guys.